What's up, Night Owl Steely here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to run the 10 Towns quest, The Unseen, which takes place in Caer Konig. The premise of this quest is that a group of invisible Duergar are sneaking into the town of Caer Konig and stealing valuables while they look for this rare metal Charlatan. Duergar are taking all of these valuable items to their outpost at the base of the mountain, Kelvin's Cairn. The speaker of Caer Konig, Trovis, stays up in the middle of the night getting drunk while he looks for these invisible thieves. Unfortunately, he passes out in the middle of the night and usually wakes up somewhere in the snow. The party will actually encounter Trovis after one of these long nights of drinking looking for these thieves. He'll be passed out in the snow as the party is exploring Caer Konig, and that's when they'll meet the speaker and learn of the invisible thieves and gain the quest, The Unseen. Trovis will go through the list of things that have been stolen so far: a sack of pearls from Frozen Far Expedition, a couple of goats, and the magical lantern which gives the Northern Lights its name. Trovis will lead the party to the Northern Light Tavern, and that's where the party will meet Corey and Allie, the owners of the Northern Light. After a brief roleplay interaction with the sisters, they will lead the party to a set of dwarf tracks leading to Kelvin's Cairn. The sisters are convinced, however, that even though these are dwarf tracks, that it was not dwarves that stole this lantern. They were way too sneaky, way too quiet to be dwarves. Depending on the time of day when the party decides to follow these tracks, they may end up following them into another set of tracks, which belong to the zombie ogre that the Duergar have at their outpost, which is currently which was pulling a dog sled. A DC 15 survival check will identify these tracks as belonging to an ogre. Once the characters get within a mile of the outpost, they lose the tracks due to the snow and wind. At this point, they have to make survival checks in order to find the outpost. DC 15. If they fail this check twice, and this is every hour that they make a survival check. If they fail it twice, they have a random encounter. Now, if you watch my videos, you know I don't really care for the random encounter. So what I would do is, if they fail it twice, they have a random encounter up to you, whichever you decide, and then they find the outpost after this encounter. But if you want to go by the book, they roll every hour a survival check, DC 15. For every 2 failures, they have a random encounter, and they keep doing that until they pass the 15, and then which point they find the outpost. Now, this Duergar outpost was built into the side of Kelvin's Cairn, and while the Duergar's main fortress is Sunblight in the spine of the world, the Duergar will come here for resupply before they start harassing the town. And it's at this point in the video I want to talk about Duergar design, as they are very pragmatic, lawful, and to the point. They don't decorate. Everything is gray, drab, smooth, boring. And this is just something to keep in mind as you're describing the areas in this outpost. There's nothing aesthetically pleasing here. Their bedrooms look like a prison cell. Stone slab, smooth walls, no decor. Nothing aesthetically pleasing about this place. When the party arrives at the Duergar outpost, there are 2 Duergar who are on watch. One is stationed at the bunker in Area 1, and the other is at the overlook in Area 3, both of which are tired and bored, and they don't notice the character unless they announce themselves or they are carrying a light source. If either of these Duergar perceive a threat, they sound an alarm, which causes the Duergar at Area 3 to run down and pull up the drawbridge. Takes 2 rounds to do so, and the Duergar in the bunker, Area 1, will start using their crossbow. The Duergar in the bunker is armed with a heavy crossbow, which does a D10, and will start taking pot shots at any visible threat. The party has 2 options to enter the outpost, both of which will lead to Area 2. The first is through the front door, assuming that the drawbridge hasn't been raised. Otherwise, they can follow the frozen river through a tunnel and then climb up through the well. Inside Area 2, there are 3 cages, one of which contains that zombie ogre that was pulling the dog sled from earlier. The second cage contains the goats that were stolen from Caer Konig, and then the third cage is empty. If the Duergar sounded the alarm, they released this ogre zombie, and they will be waiting here to attack the party. If the alarm has been sounded, the Duergar from Area 1 and Area 3 are here and have released this ogre zombie, and this is where the party will fight them. If any of these Duergar are ambushed by the party, they are going to use their first available action to turn invisible, and they're going to sound the alarm. Once reinforcements arrive, they are going to use their enlarge feature, and that's when they will proceed to combat. Once the alarm is sounded, Nildar, who is in charge of the outpost, will move out of his chambers to the lever between areas 6 and 5. When this lever is pulled, it will create an iron spike barrier across the doorways. Nildar will wait by this lever for the party to enter, or any threat, really, to enter this room, and he will use the lever to isolate a single party member in order to take them down by creating the barrier between them. Area 6 is where the party will find Nildar's quarters. On his desk is the lantern that was stolen from the Northern Light in Caer Konig. There's also a crumpled up piece of paper that's a letter from Nildar's brother Dirth. This area is a great opportunity for you to fill in the details about these Duergar to your party and also hint at what they're trying to accomplish. This desk also has a few pieces of chartolin, and if you haven't already, this would be a really good opportunity to fill in your party about this metal and what they would know about it, and also kind of hint at what these Duergar are needed for. Area 7 is where the Duergar keep their spore servants. The Duergar will occasionally kidnap and kill a 10-towner or a Reged nomad and then bring them here to be animated by myconid spores. When the party enters this room, 5 spore servants will emerge from their cells and attack. The last area, Area 8, is where the Duergar sleep. There are currently 2 Duergar here, 1 in each room, and it's here that the party will find the last of the stolen valuables from Caer Konig, the 25 pearls carved into decorative beads. There's also a couple of daggers, tools, potion of healing, and some coin here. Feel free to fluff up this loot as you see fit with maybe some scrolls or a +1 weapon. Once the party returns to Caer Konig, they will find the speaker passed out in an armchair at the Northern Light, and the 2 sisters will thank the party by giving them a place to stay. And that's it for the quest, The Unseen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know how YouTube works. Hit those buttons, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite of the 10 Towns quest is, and if you're a DM looking for players looking for a DM, make sure you join the Discord, link in the description. Come by, ask questions, let me know what you think. And as always, I'll see you at sundown.